Welcome back, everyone, to another YouTuber Live. We're here every single day at 7 p.m. and in today's YouTube Live, we're going to be talking about what's here afterwards. After that North London derby win, we've already spoken about it. Well, that was not English. We've already spoken about that enough already. But it's about what we're going to do after the North London derby. How are we going to use that momentum for the rest of the season? Can we bounce back from that North London derby? That the morality of the club's high, the adrenaline's high. Can we keep on going? We've got Chelsea next week on Sunday, then we've got Brighton midweek, then Mansfield, then we should know on Friday we'll know who we have got midweek after Mansfield in the Champions League. This is exciting, but before we get further on into it, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another YouTube Live or video. I've seen Hamadoni here, but it is interesting. How are we going to bounce back from the North London derby? Obviously, we had two terrible results in Brentford and Wolves. You could arguably say we should have dropped points. We should have lost the game against Brentford, and against Wolves, 20th place. They're deflated, and somehow we let them come back from 2-0 down to 2-2. Not good enough. But then Spurs, we won 4-1, unbelievable result. The players were at their A game. They were probably played, some players there probably played their best game of the season, including Gyökeres. I already made a separate YouTube video about him because I thought he was that good. By the way, boys, if you're in here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another YouTube Live. We're here every single day at 7 p.m. UK time. So yeah, you never want to miss it. So drop the like button, hit the like button. Can't even speak today. Hit the like button. It'll be much appreciated. But yeah, we had many good performances against Spurs. I think the fans were still we haven't gotten over that 4-1 win. But as much as we should celebrate this win, we still got another game coming up on Sunday, and it's arguably as important. It's Chelsea at home. Eze should be in the squad next week. Oh, Eze should be in the squad week in, week out, you think? We can discuss that later if you want. Who should play in that 10 position? Eze, Erdegaard or Kai Havertz, if they're all fully fit and available. We'll discuss that later on in the YouTube Live. Boys, we have 5 people in there. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe. It'll be much appreciated. I actually can't speak. But, yeah. We have an arguably as important game on Sunday against Chelsea. Their squad's quite deflated, but it's a London derby. Chelsea, they're so desperate. The fans are so desperate to help Arsenal bottle the league. It's honestly a bit embarrassing how obsessed they are. But you know, you can't help it if Chelsea are just a small club in London and we're one of the biggest clubs in the entire world. Okay, I'll retract that statement. Actually, nah. Okay, I'm not gonna go to. Boys, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. It'll be much appreciated. Everyone who likes the stream will get a follow back or subscribe back, whatever you call it. So make sure you like the stream and comment. Hope we get Chelsea or Spurs in the UCL quarters. Yeah, I mean, the quarterfinal. I mean, the round of 16 draws on Friday, so we can either get Leverkusen, Olympiacos, Dortmund or Atalanta. Dortmund are currently 2-0 up, and I think Leverkusen are currently 2-0 up as well. So it looks like it's one of the Bundesliga teams. Hopefully we get Leverkusen, Hincapié against his former club, Kai Havertz against his former club, you know, put in a good shift. But yeah, Chelsea, they've got a deflated squad. No Cucurella, no Fofana, no Esteval. Palmer's not in good form. Caicedo's just getting bookings week in, week out. Who else is there? Delap's shit. João Pedro is very good, I'll give you that. Boys, we have 15 people in here. If you're in here, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. We're live every single day at 7 p.m. Like the stream, will be much appreciated. And talk to me. Get in the chat. Like, talk about Arsenal. Talk about if you support a different club. Let me know in the comments. But yes, Chelsea's deflated. Neto's not good either. Gusto's playing at left back, and he's I don't even know. You see that no look pass? Jesus Christ! Imagine Arsenal got smashed in the round of 16. Nah, I don't think that's. Oh my god. Imagine pulling off a Liverpool, coming first in the Champions League, and then just getting knocked out in the round of 16. That would be dreadful. But I highly doubt it. I really do doubt it. I think we've got our squad and the way we play. It's so good for a knockout round across 2 legs. In the away leg, which is going to be the first leg for Arsenal, we just sit back, don't concede, and just see it out. And then at the Emirates, that's when we have to go and just win. And I think the way we play, it suits knockout stages, knockout rounds quite well. So we could go far in the Champions League. I mean, first ever time in the 23-24 season, we got to the quarterfinals. Last year, we got semi-finals. This year, finals, or maybe winner. Who knows? Who bloody knows? But yeah, I keep getting off track. Chelsea, they've got a deflated squad. We should be winning that game. And I think anything but a win is a disappointment. It really is a disappointment, because after that 4-1 win, you want to build on that. You want to build on that momentum. You want to keep on going for the rest of the season, because that's the one thing that Arsenal can do. You get momentum from now to the end of the season. We struggle doing that in recent years. Towards the end of the season, around that April time, March, April, May time, we just drop points. Chances that a Chelsea player gets sent off, probably like fucking 100% at this rate. Literally 100%, because they get sending off every other game. Bro, Mosquera's underrated. Why he's not having game time? Because we got Saliba and Gabriel ahead of him. Quite simple, really. Yeah. In recent years, we do struggle to get points and win games. Apart from the 23-24 season, where we got 31 points out of a possible like 35, and Man City got 32 and beat us to the league by 2 points. Apart from that, we've struggled. We've always known to be dropping points towards the end of the season. But this season, we cannot afford to do that. We have to be winning games. We have to start building momentum, and now is the perfect opportunity. We won 4-1 against our biggest rivals, which would help relegate them and also boost our chances of winning the title. And then we got Chelsea next week. It's literally the perfect 2 games for Arsenal to bounce back and get a massive confidence boost. And I hope if we do win, we just go on a massive win streak and hopefully win the league. Mosquera should start right back. Timber's legs are going to be gone. Mosquera better than Saliba. Hamadoni, no. Absolutely not. Mosquera starting at right back to shout. Ben White, I think he is back. I think he picked up a knock against Wigan, was on the bench against Wolves, and then I think he might have tweaked it even further, or maybe he just felt a bit uncomfortable, so he missed the game against Spurs. But I think he'll be back for the Chelsea game, so I think Mosquera still will be third choice right back. But I could see that happening in the future. I could see Mosquera playing at right back instead of Timber. Timber's tired; he needs a rest, but he has a week off, and he only played 60 minutes against Spurs, so hopefully he'll be fully fit and ready for the Chelsea game. I would start Timber against Chelsea, and then either one of Mosquera or Ben White against Brighton, and then start either Ben White or Mosquera against Mansfield, and then have Timber fully fat. Oh my! What am I fully fat? What am I talking about? Fully fat? I meant fully fit. Fully fit and ready for the Champions League round of 16. But yeah, I think it's important. It's really important to gain a bit of momentum and for Mikel Arteta to rotate this side. Players like Zubimendi, Declan Rice, our 2 centre-backs in Gabriel and Saliba, Timber, Saka. Those are the 6 players where I'm cautious about, and I think Arteta needs to start rotating them a bit. Go sleep, mate. Why? Those 6 players are the players that need rotated a bit more, because if one of them get injured, then we are looking quite lost. Maybe not Saka as much, because we've had him for large parts of the season out, and Madueke's done a good job in filling in, but still Saka is one of our better players. Timber, again, I mean, we can afford to not play him and not look much different, but at the same time, he is our best right back and it's by a country mile. Gabriel and Saliba, we do look like a different team without them because they're just so solid and good on the ball, playing out from the back, defensively, the battles, the dirty work, everything. Them two are just the best in the world. Declan Rice, I feel like we cannot afford to lose, and if we lose, because you say that Arsenal better than Spurs, which alright, Hamadan, if you're gonna rage bait, I'll see how it is. I see how it is. But yeah, Declan Rice is one player that we cannot afford to get out injured. He is our most important player, not only because of what he offers us on the pitch, but we have no one to replace him whatsoever. If Gabriel Saliba gets injured, we have Mosquera, which it is a big drop off. But again, Mosquera can easily do a job. He walks into most Premier League sides, so it's not the end of the world. But if Declan Rice gets injured, I might as well call off the season. It's that deep because he is so important to this side, and we don't have a backup. Even when Mikel Merino was fit, it was still not. We couldn't play without Declan Rice, and I'm scared for the rest of the season if Mikel Arteta just plays him into the ground, and he just picks up an injury. So let's say, for example, the round of 16, if we get Bayer Leverkusen, for example. Oh yeah, I wish we rested him more and used Norgard. Exactly, Michael. Oh my god. Literally every single Arsenal fan has common sense apart from Mikel Arteta. Just play Norgard. Just play Norgard. Even if it's with Zubimendi. Just play Norgard. Norgard, every single time he plays, he does such a good job. I don't get why he doesn't play him in the Premier League. Norgard has like 30 minutes played in the Premier League. Are you stupid? How has he only got 30 minutes in the Premier League? That's honestly ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And for real, Spurs got injuries and new manager. You guys just got lucky Van der Ven didn't try and win. Van der Ven, you pick out any player, you said Van der Ven. He was terrible yesterday, 2 days ago. But yeah, Mikel Arteta has to be using his squad depth, and it's getting a bit nerve-wracking because if Declan Rice does get injured, we've already Mikel Merino out. It's not looking good. It really is not looking good. Zubimendi, yeah, he was Lich Brentford. Exactly. Sad to be a Norgard fan. I really like Norgard as well. That's the thing. I really, really do like Norgard. I think he's such a good football player. I think his ability on the ball is so good. His passing range is so good. His decision making is amazing. Even like his leadership and experience. Like, you've seen Arsenal players, come out in interviews and praise Norgard for how good he is and how he raises the levels. That's literally what Leandro Trossard said. Norgard is the player that raises the levels. He is such a good football player, and he's more than capable enough to play against Wolves. Even like, he can play in the North London derby and not look out of place. Like, he needs to start playing more over Zubimendi, and that's no dig to Zubimendi. I think Zubimendi's been insane this season, but like Toba said, Zubimendi's minutes this season are insane. It's getting beyond the joke. Like, he's played like pretty much every single minute this season. And when he gets injured, are we gonna act surprised? Absolutely not, because every single Arsenal fan's been crying out for Norgard to start, or even just come off the bench for half an hour. It's ridiculous. I think he's actually better than Zubimendi. Do you mean DM? Do you mean DM? As a DM, I think he's better than Zubi, but Zubi's a better player overall. By the way, boys, if you're in it, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. Like the stream and subscribe and turn on notifications because we're live every single day at 7 p.m. and it's completely free and it would mean the world to me. So like the stream and yeah, thank you everyone. But Norgard better than Zubimendi? I don't think so. I do agree, Zubimendi's definitely the better overall player, but I don't see a difference between Zubimendi tired and Norgard on the bench. Like, Zubimendi when he's tired can be dreadful. He's so poor on the ball when he's tired. It's like, just bring on. Like, what game are you watching, Mikel Arteta? What game are you actually watching if you're not going to bring on Norgard for Zubimendi? I mean, he learned in the North London derby, he bring off Timber, but it's now bringing off Zubimendi as well, because he played a full 90 once again when it was unnecessary. He didn't need to play a full 90, even though it's a North London derby. He didn't need to. He could have come off in like the 70th, 80th minute, even if it's for 10 minutes. Just take him off. Just reduce any risk of getting him injured. Seriously. Towards the end of the season, it's so important that Zubimendi does not get injured. Yeah, we're playing him into the ground, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but I'm not going to put any bad luck towards the players. You know what pisses me off? That Arteta decided to win against Spurs 4-1, but Wolverhampton 2-2. Oh yeah, I wish he could win both. Zubimendi as a goal scorer is the only thing I rate. I mean, I'm not going to downplay his overall game. I think Zubimendi, defensively, very good, solid. I think the only slight issue that I have with Zubimendi is his lack of risk, if you know what I mean, going forward. Because he will make any sort of risk. Bro, why ignore my comment? Did you comment? I don't think you commented, bro. But how you doing, man? How you doing? I think it got, maybe it got deleted or something. I think he does too many back passes. Exactly, Michael. I think Zubimendi passes back way too often. Like I said this yesterday on my other live. There was one example which really did my head in. We were literally like halfway into our half. Zubimendi picks up the ball, one pass, and Saka's through on goal. Not through on goal, but we're on the counter attack. Saka's screaming for the ball. I can see it on the telly. He's in acres of space because Spurs' midfield is completely obliterated and they're so open. Just pass it. It's literally, and Zubimendi's seen it, and then he turns around, passes to Saliba or Gabriel, and it's like, I get you don't want to make risks going forward because you don't want to lose the ball and you want the control, and you're probably told to have a lot of control, but why make risks in our own half if you're not going to make them in their half? You know what I mean? Like, if you were to lose the ball in their final third, okay, we have so many players back. They're not going to... They might hit us on the counter-attack, but we have players back to defend. If you're going to make risk, like the one against Manchester United, like, the chance of them scoring is increasingly high. Like, just... You know what I mean? Somebody needs to work on forward passes. Exactly, Toba. As a DM, what does he do better than Norgard? The thing is, if I'm being honest, I haven't really seen much of Norgard in like an intense game. Every single time I've seen Norgard, it's against Portsmouth and he was at centre back, or against Club Brugge and he was at centre back, or he was against Wigan and he was unbelievable. But then again, it's only Wigan, and then like every other time he's just coming off the bench for like a minute. It's like it's hard to really judge Norgard, and I want to see him in the Premier League more often. But Mikel Arteta wouldn't want to do that. Why not buy another world-class DM? Because we don't need to. Norgard's more than capable enough to do a job as a backup. What we need to do is get a new left winger. Yeah, exactly. As I said that, Toba said, we need a new left winger way more than a DM. Exactly. We need a new left winger and we need a proper replacement. Not replacement, a proper backup to Declan Rice. Now, I know Merino can do a job, but Merino is just more of like a versatile player. He will play in the 8, he will play in the 6, he will play in the 10, he will play up top, he will play at centre back if he really needs to. I want someone that can replicate what Declan Rice can do. Maybe not at the level, but without Declan Rice, we are a completely different team. I know we beat Aston Villa 4-1, but it's more of a thing where I want someone who can come in and do a similar, like a Norgard and Zubimendi kind of thing. I think the gap between Merino and Declan Rice, Merino is a completely different player. Merino loves to push up forward a lot more, and he can't cover as much ground. He's a lot slower, less athletic, more of like a technical player. It's a completely different profile, and I think, even though he's injured, but yeah, I forgot Martinelli's shit. He does, man. Yeah, if we can get a good bid in for Martinelli, then we have to let him go. Same with Trossard and same with Gabriel Jesus. I think those are the 3 players that we need to let go in the summer. That's not me saying they've been absolutely terrible. I think they've had their moments this season, but Leandro Trossard's getting on a bit. If Leandro Trossard was in his early 20s, then he would stay. Martinelli, we can get a level raiser, and I think if we can cash in on him now, then we should. And Gabriel Jesus is almost guaranteed to leave anyway. So, boys, we got 12 people in here. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe because we're live every single day at 7 p.m. Michael, have you liked the stream? Toba, have you liked the stream? Habadoni, make sure you all three of you like the stream if you haven't already because it'll be much appreciated. And I love everyone who does that. And also, after this, go check out my Gyökeres video that I posted earlier on today because it's a banger and you don't want to miss it. I would love to see more games with us playing with a solo sitter and 2 attacking AMs. Martinelli will do bits in League 1. Exactly. Martinelli's perfect for the Bundesliga. Perfect. Who are you trying to replace Martinelli but make it realistic? Kenan Yildiz, Bradley Barcola, or yeah. Kenan Yildiz or Bradley Barcola probably. Yeah, what Michael said though with a solo 6 or whatever, a 6 and then 2 10s, we need to see that more often. For example, against Wolves, we did not need to play Declan Rice and Zubimendi. We didn't. We could have played Eze, Saka and Declan Rice, or Eze, Saka and Zubimendi. I know Erdegaard was out, but Eze was literally on the bench. And Arteta literally admitted that Eze was upset with him because he didn't start. He had 2 assists against Wigan. We actually didn't have an out-and-out 10 apart from Eze. And he doesn't start him. He doesn't start him in the next game. And then after that, he starts against Spurs and he gets 2 goals. It's a bit like Barcola's end product isn't there, so I prefer Yildiz. Yeah, no. I don't know about Barcola. Fair enough. Barcola, maybe Yildiz not 100% not coming. Why is Yildiz not coming? Who's told you that? But, I understand with Bradley Barcola, his end product is not great, but that can always be improved. He's a young player, and he's one of the most exciting left wingers. And PSG have Doué, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Dembele. Like one of them's gonna leave, and I think if one of them was to leave, it would be Barcola. And I think if he's open to leave, then we should be cashing in on him. Saka over Eze was so disrespectful to me as a 10. I actually agree as well because obviously we have people on Twitter that kind of leak a few players on the lineup, and Team News and Takes said Saka is in the 10, and I'm thinking, oh my god, we have Saka and Eze in the 10. Arteta's listened. I look at the team sheet. Eze's on the bench, and I'm thinking, why? Why is Eze on the bench? It's ridiculous. Why is he on the bench? He played amazing against Wigan. Erdegaard and Havertz are both out injured. There's a reason why Saka's playing in the 10, because we're having a little injury crisis. So Eze's our only out-and-out 10, and he didn't start him. And rightfully so, Eze was angry. And he had a point to prove against Spurs, and boy, he took that opportunity with both hands. Because 2 goals and a brilliant performance hopefully will grant him a start on Sunday against Chelsea. And bear in mind, a lot of Crystal Palace fans say March to May, Eze is a different player. He's a completely different player. And it's a coincidence how we're approaching March and Eze is getting some form. He's a star of Juve like Yamar to Barca. What? Kenan Yildiz? Yeah, I know, but Barcelona and Juventus are 2 different teams. I think where Juventus are at right now, Kenan Yildiz can easily take a step above that. And I think if the money's there, Juventus are taking it. Clubs in Italy aren't the richest. Like, let's be honest. Like, there's a reason why they're signing 40-year-olds, and they look like one of the Modric looks like one of the best players there. I think Kenan can take the step up, and I think if he does take the step up, Arsenal should be the ones cashing in on him. But he did sign a new contract, so it will be very expensive. I don't think he likes Eze. Nah, that's not true. You should see them after the game. You should see them after. You should see him after the game, and you should see Arteta's press conference after as well, talking about Eze. You could tell Arteta. You could tell Eze's gonna start a lot more now because he said he understands and he knows how to play with Eze more. Like, they didn't know Eze's strengths. What Arteta used to do with Eze was play him in the 10, fair enough, but he used to make him do Erdegaard's role, and that's drop deep and try to collect the ball. Eze's not that type of player, so then he ghosts out the game because he's not in the right positions. Now that Eze is finally playing how he wants to play, which is roaming around that 10 position and collecting the ball and just bombing up the pitch, you see how he's a lot better already. Disrespect to Eze needs to be studied. Exactly. Eze's a risk taker, and I think that's why Arteta likes him. Yeah, true. Eze is a risk taker. Mikel Arteta likes controlling the game, but you always need that risk taker, and Eze does it perfectly. That's what we brought him for. Why buy in a player if you don't like the way he plays, like his strengths? I don't think there's any bad blood between Eze and Arteta. I think they both may have disagreements over the past couple of months because of performances and not being able to start, not coming off the bench. But I think now you will properly see the real Eze, the why we brought him for £69 million or £67 million, whatever it is. And Arteta will start trusting Eze. But also, it's not just a one-way thing where Arteta needs to change up his tactics for Eze. Eze also needs to adapt to Arteta's tactics as well. So it's a kind of like a two-way thing. But I think now he's been at the club for a couple of months. He understands how to play at Arsenal. He understands the intensity, the pressure, the control. He understands everything, and I think now we're gonna see Eze thrive, and hopefully he starts tomorrow on Sunday. Trust me, next game he ain't starting. He probably won't. But the games are gonna come thick and fast, so I don't think he might not start on Sunday, but he will probably start against Brighton, and then he'll probably start against Mansfield, and then he might not start in the Champions League, but then he'll start against Everton, if you know what I mean. I would agree, but why possible reason why he would start Saka at right wing over Eze in 10? Yeah, that confused me, but then he redeemed himself because I don't think anyone because of that Saka playing in the 10. I don't think anyone expected him to start Eze against Spurs, and he did it. He trusted Eze, and Eze paid him Eze proved why he was what his qualities are, and I think now Arteta will start him more. Bro, would you rather prime Ozil or prime Vieira? I didn't watch Vieira, so I'll say Ozil, but that's only because I have never watched Vieira, because that's past my time. Did you see the Erdegaard wanting to leave potential United rumours? Yeah, I don't think that's true though. I don't think Erdegaard will leave to Manchester United. I don't not believe that he will leave. Do you think the starting 11 still needs building? Yes. I still think we have some weaknesses, especially down that left-hand side. I think the left winger, like if you look at our front three and you compare it to other Premier League winners, our attack is nowhere near the level that it should be. And that's coming as a biased Arsenal fan. I am biased, I'll be honest, at times. But Trossard off the left, Gyökeres up top and Saka off the right. Compare it to like Mane, Salah, Firmino, or Sterling, Sane, Aguero, or you know what I mean? Like, we need a level raiser. I think Saka's like at that level to be a Premier League winner. But the left winger, we need someone that can match it. But on about Erdegaard, I can see him leaving. I don't think he'll leave in the summer. I think he'll leave maybe in 2 years if he was to leave. I can see his captaincy being taken away because I don't think he's a proper starter anymore. But I don't think he'll go to Man United. I don't think it's true, but I wouldn't mind selling Erdegaard. If the money's right, then maybe. You know, he's a good left winger, Rashi. Yeah, but you think Manchester United are going to sell to Arsenal? Absolutely not. Man United aren't going to sell to Arsenal. And yeah, Rashford's probably not the right profile for Mikel Arteta and the way he wants his wingers to be. You see how much work and like how much work rate Martinelli, for example, even though he might not offer us going a lot forward, his defensive work, you can never doubt it. He will always work his socks off. I don't think Rashford is that type of player. Boys, if you're in it, by the way, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. We're live every single day at 7 p.m. We don't miss a day, so make sure you're there. And also follow all my other socials. It's in the description. So yeah, thank you, everyone. He's not a proper starter and was never a proper captain. I don't really know what to say to that, to be honest. I really don't know what to say to that. I think before he was always a proper starter before, and then injuries and I think Eze and Havertz are above. Like, I don't think Eze is, but I think Havertz is above him in the pecking order in terms of starting in that 10 position. I think if Havertz is fully fit, Ødegaard's fully fit, and Eze is fully fit, I think it's Havertz, Eze, Ødegaard at the moment. I think Ødegaard. We all know how much Mikel Arteta loves his jewels. And at the minute, Ødegaard is not winning any of them. You can tell that he's scared. But I don't blame him at the same time. There's so many factors with Ødegaard and injuries, for example. This season, he's picked up 4 contact injuries against West Ham, against Fulham. No, not Fulham. Leeds, against Nottingham Forest, and then against Brentford. This season alone, he's picked up 4 contact injuries. And he's the captain of Norway. Norway have just got into their first World Cup in probably his lifetime. So he's probably looking forward ahead to that World Cup and being like, I have to be fully fit and ready to captain out my country to a World Cup in America. So he's avoiding injury whatsoever, and you can tell he's scared to go into duels and put his all into it. So then he shies out of games at times, and he looks weak on the ball, and it's a bit like, then that kind of puts his performance down, and then you see Havertz come on, and he's just a lot more kind of do all that nitty-gritty stuff, and also link up play and just do all that, wins his duels, and you're just thinking Havertz is playing better at the moment. Yeah, because Havertz connects better with the forwards and can score goals. Exactly, Michael. Big up, Callum. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Means a lot. It actually means a lot. I'm trying. I've been posting daily on TikTok since the very start of the season. I've been posting 2-3 times, and then I've started to move on to YouTube a couple months ago, and only like less than 2 weeks ago I started doing YouTube lives, and I've been daily, every single day at 7 p.m. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications and like this video. I'm trying to build up the community. I just think he's kind of useless now, and I really used to like him. Yeah, I loved Ødegaard before. I mean, I thought he was. I still think he's a fantastic player. He's one of our better technical players on the ball, but it's kind of just like. It's just a bit. He's just a bit frustrating to watch at times, and he's been frustrating for the last 18 months. And it's like, could we do better in that position? Maybe. Gotta go. Have a good one, Hamadoni, man. I appreciate it. I will be ending soon anyway. Champions League's on at 8 o'clock. We obviously have... Who's playing today, actually? Let me pull it up. Let's pull up who's playing today. Who? Because there's Leverkusen and Olympiacos. We have to watch out for that. Leverkusen and Olympiacos tonight. Whoever wins has a 50-50 chance of playing Arsenal in the round of 16. So if you're an Arsenal fan in there, watch out for that game. Atletico Madrid have beaten Club Brugge 4-1. Sorloth's got a hat-trick. They've won 7-4, so they're going to go through. I don't know who they're playing in there. Who are they playing? Who are Atletico Madrid going to play? Either Spurs or Liverpool. So Atletico Madrid are either going to play Spurs or Liverpool, which is lucky. I would want Spurs. Imagine having Spurs in around the 16. That's a freebie. But yeah, so we have to keep an eye out on Olympiacos and Bayer Leverkusen tonight. Obviously, it's 2-0 at the moment. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's going to be Leverkusen because they're at home. They won 2-0 away from home. So it's either going to be Leverkusen or tomorrow's going to be interesting. 4:45? Oh, 5:45. And then tomorrow at 5:45, it's going to be Dortmund or Atalanta. So watch out for that as well. I'd give anything to see 22-23 Ødegaard on this team. Exactly. He was, oh my god, he was fantastic. I think the whole team was, because no one used to sit back against us because they all thought we were just a top 4 team. But in reality, we were a title race team. And once they clocked on, that's when we started to drop points, and it was a bit. I can't believe I thought this guy was better than Bruno. There was a point a couple of years ago where it could have been an argument, and I was deluded enough to think that as well. But obviously, once you actually get out that delusion, it is Bruno by a country mile. He is phenomenal. Even though I don't like him as a player, I think he's the best 10 in the world. I think on his day, not many players are better than him in his position. And he's very underrated. A lot of players do not like him because of his personality, but I think he's very good. Saka's worst season when we're competing for the league. I only rate our defence, we're still in it. I think Saka's been one of our better attackers. I think our whole attack has been quite dull and toothless. And I think Saka, especially in recent weeks, he's starting to pick up form a bit. I'd want a midfield overhaul, if I'm honest. What do you mean? What do you mean, GK? 22-23 Ødegaard was something different? Exactly. 22-23 Ødegaard was on another level. Boys, make sure you like the stream, by the way, and subscribe and turn on notifications. We're live every single day at 7 p.m. We're closing in on the end of the stream, but don't worry, because I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. So if you've got anything to say, I will be back tomorrow anyway. And then, so tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll just be talking. Thursday, same. Friday, same. Saturday will be my match preview for the Chelsea game. It feels like ages till Arsenal play. Bloody hell. But yeah, we'll be live every single day at 7 p.m, so don't worry about that. Been live for 37 minutes, even though there's not really many talking points, because there's not much news going on around Arsenal. No games are on, and somehow we still managed to be live for 37 minutes thanks to you guys. This is what I mean. We're trying to build a community, and we have people in the chat speaking. We can have a conversation about Arsenal. It's brilliant. Our best attacker is probably Saka, but that's not saying much. I think the disrespect to Saka is a bit much, though. I won't lie. Like, people are forgetting how good Saka actually is. Like, you saw a glimpse of of how good he is against Spurs. He was phenomenal. I think the criticism that he's getting is a bit over the top. Ødegaard, Rice and Zubimendi are good enough to challenge, but I don't think they're world class to be consistent when winning titles with every year. Maybe Ødegaard, but I think Rice and Zubimendi, they're definitely good enough. Rice especially. Zubimendi, it's his first season, remember. It's his first season in England. He's moved to a different country, new team, and he's somehow fit into the squad perfectly. So I think Ødegaard, though, I do agree. Ødegaard, we could probably level up, but we have other positions that we should be focusing before improving Ødegaard, because we also have Eze and Havertz there. He's low-key been mid this season. Who's been mid? Oh, Saka. I think he's talking about Saka, aren't you, Michael? He's been, I won't disagree. Saka's not been great, but that's because he set his standards up so high. Saka's standards are so much higher than, let's say, a Trossard or Martinelli. So you also have to bear that in mind. He's not been terrible. I mean, he's not been terrible, but I'm not gonna say that he's been the best player, because I think we know how good Saka is on his day. I mean, he's literally carried us at times, year in, year out, going forward. This year it's just a bit poor, and I think injuries have impacted that a lot. I think once he tore his hamstring off the bone at the end of 2024 in December against Crystal Palace, I think from then he's lost a bit of pace, and then he's just kind of he's consistently getting small injuries, and it's a bit he can't fully get into the rhythm of playing games after games without picking up injuries, which is a bit frustrating. 1 goal in his last 17 though. Yeah, I'm not saying he's been great, but I think with Saka, it's more of an eye test. It's more of an eye test with Saka. I think he may not offer you Spurs was a perfect example. Going forward, he literally created 2 of the 4 goals, yet he didn't get an assist. He didn't get any goal contributions, but he was probably our best attacker, bar Eze. Actually, no, because Gyökeres as well. But But if you know what I mean, like Saka was unbelievable down that right hand side against Spurs. Didn't register a goal and assist, but it shouldn't like take away the fact that he was brilliant. These numbers aren't gonna win us the league though. I'm saying our attack is not good enough to win the league, but I think with how good our defense is on our midfield and how good our attack can be with Eze, Gyökeres and Saka and Trossard on the day, I think it is more than capable to win the league. It's more of a thing like it's so upgradable. Like the left wing position is so upgradable. Have a good one, Michael. I appreciate you joining in the live, man. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m, yeah? So, Michael, make sure you're back tomorrow at 7 p.m. on this live. I'll be back at exactly 7 p.m. So, put that into your calendar and we'll speak more about Arsenal. I appreciate you joining in, though. But, yeah. I do think it's upgradable, but I don't think it's not. I think it's still good enough to win us the league. It's just, I think the only thing stopping us is ourselves now. The only thing that's stopping us from winning the league is ourselves. But boys, that will be, and girls, sorry, I'm not trying to discriminate. That will be the end of the YouTube live. I appreciate every single one of you for joining in. It's been our best stream ever because we got 9 likes. Our record's 7. So I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time, so make sure you're there. I rate Trossard. I just feel his legs are gone. Yeah, I think Trossard's more... He doesn't rely on his pace, and that's why I think he's been so good this season, because teams sit in a dirty low block, and that's why Martinelli's been struggling, because there's not much space. And there's a reason why Trossard's the one that's been thriving, because he doesn't rely on pace, he relies on technical ability, so it's kind of a... Yo, GK, I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't liked the live, make sure you like the live and subscribe. But I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m, okay, GK? I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure everyone is there at 7 p.m. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And yeah, appreciate it.